least favorite book I've read this year.
I can't stop giggling. Hello besties, welcome to Vlogmas. My name's Ayiana and I am so happy that you're here. Had a bit of a rough morning this morning, so I was trying to upload the video from yesterday. Well, for you guys it's like 2 days ago, and for some reason it gave me so many issues. It took me way longer to edit. It was kind of annoying and it was like really irritating me because why are you giving me issues? Like, I need to like crank these videos, I need to edit them, I need to get them to the besties, and I felt like everything was working against me. So I can't even express to you, it took me like, I'm not kidding, 10 hours to edit that video because the files were giving me such issues for like a 20-minute video. So I did have a bit of a stressful, annoying morning, but now we're here. And I know I say this in every single video, but I am so excited for today's video because we are finally reading. I am in a huge mood to read. Like, I just want to sit and binge books. And if you don't know, I have been in a terrible book slump lately. I feel like honestly since like October, I just can't pick up a book and finish it in one sitting. That hasn't happened. I pick up a book and my attention span is awful because I'm addicted to my phone, and so I've been frying my attention span. I know I'm not like the only one having like the same feelings, just because I've seen a few of my mutuals on Instagram or on social media talk about it. Like, we've been readers for a few years now, and for so long that I feel like sometimes we get into these reading slump moments, or just like honestly existential moments, where I feel like I'm never going to love, like truly deeply like pour my soul out, my heart into a book again, because I've read so many books. Maybe it's just my brain, but they all sometimes start meshing together and they all sort of start to look alike and look the same. I've been reading books here and there. Thrillers have truly been what's getting me through because they're easy, they're fast paced. Thrillers have been my best friend lately, but I am tired of feeling this way. And don't get me wrong, I love reading. It's just my main hobby. Reading truly means everything to me, but I'm tired of not being able to like pick up a book and finish it in one sitting. I'm honestly tired of it. So I have been in such a mood to read. I've just been wanting to like listen to books. I've been wanting to like really dive back into my routine of like reading. I used to read 10-ish to 12 books a month, and I want to get back to that. I want to be able to just look at a book, pick it up, and feel the way I used to feel. So because I am feeling very motivated, I'm feeling very excited, we are going to be reading holiday books for 24 hours. I love doing 24-hour readathons. I love that I get to go through a lot of books. And I also just really like it because I'm able to just lock in, not do anything else, and just binge a book. And that's the mood we're in. And I feel like a 24-hour reading challenge is the perfect time for me to get my little spark back, my joy of reading back, if you will. So that's exactly what we're doing today. I'm going to set up the timer for 24 hours. Anytime I am reading or listening to a book, the timer will be on. Obviously, when I'm sleeping or not reading, the timer will be off. And hopefully we can read for 24 hours in the next day and a half. I'm challenging myself. I want to really lock in and just focus on the challenge, focus on reading some really good books. To make it really festive, we are also going to be reading holiday-ish, Christmas-ish books. I do have some holiday romances that I am really excited to read. I'm hoping that the thrillers keep me on the edge of my seat and the romances make me giddy and make me fall in love with the characters. I am gonna go ahead and start the timer. I'm actually listening, or I'm trying to finish Good Spirits by BK Borison. I am like 80-ish% through, so that will be the first book we finish in this video. I'm absolutely loving this book. It's so cute and just so fun. I really enjoy BK Borison's writing. I feel like this book kind of reminds me of Ashley Poston books. So if you like The Dead Romantics and if you like Scrooge, the story, the movie. I feel like this book is a little mix of those, but make it holiday romance, make it like a fun holiday rom-com. But it does remind me of Ashley Poston's books, which I absolutely love. So I'm really enjoying it. I'm very excited to finish it. The story's kind of taking a turn that I expected, but I'm still surprised by it. And so I'm like kind of anxious to see how they figure it out and how this is going to unfold. So I'm going to start the timer. I'm gonna listen to it while I eat my Caesar wrap. I'm literally starving. I'm actually 74% into the book. I'm on chapter 27, kind of like halfway through that chapter. So let's finish Good Spirits. I finished Good Spirits like 2 minutes ago. I absolutely loved it. The ending made me honestly quite emotional. Like I was like super teary-eyed and I was like trying not to cry because it was like really emotional. And because I was listening to it while reading it, I feel like my experience with this book is just so heightened, and I always feel like that when I do immersive reading. Every time I read a book and listen to it, every single time I do immersive reading, my experience with the book just is so much better. Little details that I might miss when I'm only reading it or only doing like an audiobook, I don't miss them when I do both. Does that make sense? I'm like way more into the story. I'm like really in there with the characters. And so I loved this book so much. It definitely reminds me of an Ashley Poston book in the best way. I enjoyed it so much, way more than I thought I was going to. The holiday romance that I tend to read are definitely more like rom-com-y and very unserious, kind of like surface level. This one is definitely not that. And I feel like you really get to connect with both characters. And of course, like Nolan, the audiobook in Nolan's voice is literally insane. That is all I'm gonna say. If you're gonna read this book, you need to listen to the audiobook. His voice, his narration, absolutely insane. I'm literally obsessed with it. This is a book that I will be recommending every single season. Every single winter, I'll probably reread this because I loved it that much. It exceeded my expectations completely. I did not expect to like love it this much. And I also did not expect it to have that much emotion. Going into holiday romances, like I said, I usually just expect very surface level, like cheesy and fun, and don't get me wrong, this was so fun, but at the same time it just had so much more emotional aspect that I did not expect, and I absolutely love that. So I think I'm going to end up rating Good Spirits a 4.25. Really good rating. We're starting really strong this 24-hour readathon. Truly everything I wanted and more from a holiday romance. Highly recommend. I literally can't emphasize that. Please read this book this winter. If not, read it next winter. Read this in January, read this in February, read this. It is absolutely perfect. Now that I'm like talking about it, I wonder if I should rate it higher. I don't know, we'll see. For now it's a 4.25, still obviously a really good rating. I'm going to jump into the next book immediately. I am thinking I might read as much as I can tonight. I don't know if I'm gonna like stay up the whole night, but I do want to kind of read for the majority of the night. I don't know. I'm not making any promises, but for some reason I feel like staying up. I do want to get as much reading as possible. Like I really do want to read for the majority of the night. It's about to be 7 o'clock now and I'm just ready to start our next book. So I have a few options and I do have 2 romance books that I downloaded. I have Merry Christmas You Filthy Animal by Megan Quinn. I love her other like holiday book. I can't remember what it's called, but this one, I love it. And I just feel like her books are really bingeable and just like, they're so funny. I also downloaded Merrily Ever After by Catherine Walsh, and I'm really excited about that one because Catherine Walsh is the author of Holiday Romance, which is one of my favorite holiday books ever. If there is one holiday book that I think you should read this season, is Good Spirits and Holiday Romance. And I have one on audio, so I have The Christmas Appeal. It's like a murder mystery, I think, or like thriller-ish book. Honestly, I know nothing about it. It's a novella, so I think it's like 3 hours or something, and I feel like that would be a good break from just reading a romance, because I feel like stepping into a romance right now after the incredible romance that we just read might be a little too much for my brain. So I'm gonna start The Christmas Appeal, and then I'll probably talk to you once I know what that book is about, because I literally have zero clue, but I'm excited to start it. Hopefully it's like a murder mystery or like a mystery, something fun, something that's gonna keep me entertained. Okay, it is much later and I finished what was it called? So I finished The Christmas Appeal. I honestly don't have a lot to say about this book. I am probably gonna rate it just a 3-star. It wasn't the most memorable book I've ever read. To me, at least, it was definitely kind of boring. I just wanted more. And I feel like it was just lacking in all of the areas that I feel like I enjoy in like a mystery. Honestly, I'm glad I read it because I have seen it around and I have been curious about it. So I just put comfy PJs on. Now I'm going to probably start maybe a romance book. I'm kind of feeling something romantic, something with like flirting and some like tension. So I actually think I'm gonna read Snowed In by Catherine Walsh. I am so excited. I think it has one of my favorite tropes, which is fake dating. Any book with fake dating will do it for me every single time, literally every single time. We have 20 hours and 35 minutes left on our timer, so we still have a lot to go. I truly feel like I haven't made any progress, but I also haven't been reading for that long. So I'm going to play the timer and start Snowed In. I'm so excited. I'm definitely in a romancy mood, which is good because as you guys know, lately I have not been. I'm actually really excited to be excited for a romance book. Let's go and read Snowed In and try to get this timer down a little bit. Let's go and read for a few hours and then I'll update you once I have some thoughts and opinions about this book. Obsessed with this book. I'm literally barely on chapter 4, but everything about it, I'm loving it so much. I'm giddy, okay? I am giddy. I am laughing. I am having such a good time. I am so glad I picked up this book. I can't stop giggling. Like I literally can't stop giggling and smiling and just being giddy. I'm gonna go back to reading, but I just wanted to update you a little bit. I'm literally like less than 40 pages in, but I am already eating it up. Good morning. It is about 2 days later and I have not completed this 24-hour readathon. The next day I got so busy and it was the weekend and I forgot that Mike and I had already made plans. And so I started the 24-hour readathon at the worst time because I started it late in the day and I completely forgot about the things that we needed to do. I am back though, and I'm ready to finish this 24-hour readathon. I want to finish it tonight, well, between today and tomorrow. I have been so excited to start another holiday book and I haven't, because I specifically wanted to keep the holiday reads for this video. So let's actually talk about my last read. You guys saw, or maybe you didn't, I can't remember. But I did in fact finish Snowed In by Catherine Walsh, and I don't know why I ever doubted that I was gonna be obsessed with Snowed In as much as I am with holiday romance. Adding Snowed In to the category of books that I will be recommending every single holiday, every single winter. Snowed In was actually perfection. The flirting and the tension and just the vulnerability of both of our characters was so beautiful to see. Their connection and their chemistry and the way that like it just so beautifully developed was chef's kiss. I loved the side characters. I loved the family dynamics. It felt like a chaotic Christmas movie with like a little bit of drama, but also like kind of realistic, but also like romantic, and just I loved everything about this book, and it just made me feel all the emotions a day and a half after, and I am still thinking about these characters. It is so incredibly well done. Highly recommend Snowed In by Catherine Walsh. She just knows how to create such festive and colorful and beautiful and joyful books. Catherine Walsh, you know what you're doing, and it worked. It worked on me because I am absolutely obsessed with your books. But we're moving on to our next read, which I don't know where my Kindle is. Now let's talk about the other options or other books that I want to get to during the rest of this challenge. So I actually think I'm going to pick up the Megan Quinn book. I want something that's like gonna make me laugh and it's fast paced and like fun, you know, kind of like unserious. So we're actually gonna pick up Merry Christmas, You Filthy Animal. I'm hoping to really enjoy it. I really liked her last book, so I hope it doesn't let me down. I kind of want to sit outside and read for a little bit. August is taking a nap right now. Actually, both of them are taking a nap. This is the perfect time to kind of head out, and I want to read for like 45 to an hour outside before the sun goes down, since it goes down so early. And then we'll come back here, have some food, maybe a snack, and continue reading. I was about to leave and we didn't even set the timer yet. So I did actually end up reading about 11-ish hours, I think. So close to the halfway mark. So I actually took a screenshot because I knew I was going to lose eventually the timer and I wasn't gonna know where I left off. So we're going to set the timer back to 13 hours with 30 minutes. Let's set the timer and start now. I'm literally cracking up reading this book. I'm on chapter 7. I am barely 82 pages in. I didn't realize this book is almost 500 pages, but her books tend to be a little bit lengthier, I feel like. This book is so funny. At first, I was a little confused with how it started, and I didn't know if I was really liking it. I didn't know if I really liked our male main character. I felt like he was kind of annoying. Now I'm like literally obsessed. Let's talk about what this book is about. So this book is following Max and Betty, and Max lives in this small town. Max and his family own a Christmas tree farm. The farm has gone down from generation to generation, and Max is the next one to inherit the farm. And the book basically starts with him listening to some people in the woods talking about some sketchy things, and he starts freaking out. In his head, he believes that the land that's next to the Christmas tree farm believes that they're trying to go into competition with the Christmas tree farm that's already in business, that is his and his family. And so then we meet Betty, and Betty is new to town. She unfortunately just lost her business, and her uncle is now proposing a business deal for her to move to the small town and help him with the new business that he wants to open. Basically has an encounter of run-ins with Max, and they are so freaking funny. If you're thinking it's a meet cute, think again. Their dialogue, the banter, the scolding, and just, oh my gosh, like, I am eating this up. I am so excited and so ready to keep reading. The way that it is written and the way that Megan Quinn has created this like really cozy yet so freaking hilarious dialogue and interactions between our characters and also between our side characters is so incredibly funny. I am just genuinely having so much fun. I'm gonna continue reading. I can't stop. It's so good. I'm enjoying it so much so far. To give you a little bit of an update. So I have 6 hours and 35 minutes left, and I am almost done with this book. I feel like it's taking me a little bit longer to read, but I'm enjoying it so freaking much. It's so good. I'm on page 438, and so I'm 92% in. So I'm so close to being done with this book, and I'm still loving it. I am still obsessed with it. I'm still laughing and giddy, and it's making me swoon so hard. I actually think I like this book better than last year's. The characters, their dynamic, I don't know, I'm like way more invested. I'm excited to see how it ends. I'm excited to kind of see what's gonna happen because we're nearing the end, and my only thing is that I do not want there to be a third act breakup, because if there is, it's really going to annoy me. Anyways, I want to see how it ends. I want to see how she's gonna tie some loose ends that we have yet to figure out. Then after that, I'll come back and give my rating, and probably we'll still have time to start a new book before the 24-hour is up. We'll see what we choose next, but for now, I'm gonna continue reading. Everyone's asleep but me, so I'm trying to be really quiet, but also I found the next book we're gonna be reading. I'm excited for a little switch up in genre. I'm about to have an energy drink and we're going to push through. We're picking up a Christmas, like a holiday thriller. It's called The Christmas Party. It's by Michaela Davis. I do have about 3 more hours left on Spotify, so I'm actually gonna start the book right now so I can get this timer going, because obviously I paused it. I'm gonna start listening to it so I can get the timer going, and I need to wash my face so bad. I'm getting overstimulated. Books presents The Christmas Party. Hello. So the outro to this video was actually recorded, but the audio sounded horrible and I just felt like I honestly wasn't making sense at all because it was at 8 a.m., which means that I literally had 2 hours of sleep after the challenge and I was like so delusional and so drowsy. I was not in a state to film, but I did want to give you a little wrap up on our reading challenge. We did complete it. I feel so proud of myself. I still cannot believe that that happened. Well, actually, I think it was probably the hardest time I've ever had with a 24-hour reading challenge because I just felt like it was so long and I was so tired so early this time around. And so for some reason, it was just the most challenging it's ever been. So I'm very proud of myself for actually sticking through and actually being able to finish. It was really hard, but I'm happy we did it. We did end up reading 5 books. There were 3 contemporary romance and 2 like murder mystery thrillers. So we ended up reading 1,489 pages, which I think is really, really good and I'm really proud of that. Let's give a little review and a little rating, just a mini one of each book. Our first book was Good Spirits by B.K. Borison. I can't recommend enough. I feel like it is definitely going to be a staple every single holiday for me to read or to just recommend. And I think I'm going to rate that between a 4.5 and a 4.75. I know it's like not that big of a deal, but to me it is. Still kind of like debating what I want to actually rate it, but it's going to be between those two. Second book we read was The Christmas Appeal, my least favorite book I've read this year. I really did not enjoy it. It was so boring to me, but I'm probably going to rate that like a 2.5. I just did not like it at all. I honestly feel kind of bad because that's probably the lowest rating I've given this year. It was just not my cup of tea. It was not something that I would probably recommend. I didn't really like it, but that was okay. We read a ton of other books that I really enjoyed. Then we read Snowed In by Catherine Walsh. When I tell you, I cannot stop thinking about that book. The romance and the chemistry and just their like flirting and banter was so good. I'm gonna rate Snowed In a 5-star, which is crazy because I would have never thought that I would give a holiday romance a 5-star, but I need everyone to pick up that book. It's so good. Very late at night, we picked up Merry Christmas, You Filthy Animal by Megan Quinn. Again, such a good read. I feel like we just had honestly really good books back to back to back. I just had so much fun. I could not stop laughing, like truly giggly and like laugh out loud. It was spicy and fun and flirty and I really enjoyed it. So I think I'm gonna rate that probably like a 4.5, 4.25, something like that. We read the first 100 pages of The Christmas Party. Don't really have a rating for that because again, we haven't finished it. It started a little bit slower. I was actually rereading the same sentence, the same chapter over and over again because I kept falling asleep. I don't know. I kept rereading the same thing over and over again because it was like 3 a.m. and I could not stay awake to save my life. I'll update you, I guess, in a different video if I do enjoy it or if I do like it. I'll also have Goodreads and Fable linked down below because I don't think I do currently. If you want to keep up with the books I read and what I rate them, you can do that there. Anyways, it was so much fun. I love doing these challenges. They're definitely like my favorite, probably one of my favorite videos to do on this channel. They're just so fun and I like to see if I'm going to be able to actually complete the challenge and how many books I'm gonna read and how many pages we read. So I think we did really good this time and I can't wait to do another one probably next year. This will be the last 24-hour challenge I do in 2025, but 2026 will probably bring many more of those. Thank you guys so much for watching. It truly means the entire world to me. If you want to follow me in any of my other social medias, they will be linked down below. But I think that is it for me. So I will see you next time. Bye!